Um, how did parenting change you?
You're asking a deputy parent.
Also, especially to Dineo.
And Mpomi, all of them.
Yeah.
You know, I may have been two when Mpomi was born, but I was very, very, very self-aware and aware of, a lot of things. I shock my parents sometimes with things I remember.
Yeah.
There was a memory I had, and I shocked my mom because she claims I was 7 months old.
When that happened.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm a very, very different being. So um,
How did, rather,
oh,
how did having your own
yes,
children change
yes.
you?
So as a deputy parent, I just learned to do things slightly differently. And I am grateful that as a firstborn child, I had that platform, you know, to learn a few techniques from my own parents,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, and better some, you know what I mean. So uh, it didn't change me drastically, you know. I can just say that I was very prepared to be a parent, you know, when it happened. I didn't. There was no traffic in my mind. How am I going to do this? That only came when I got fired because I didn't want to be a penniless parent. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that is I can say, pardon me, the only challenge that I had as a new mom.
Who fires Manaka though?
Horrible people. And it was a woman, you know.
Black, probably.
One of them was black.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very much prepared, you know. The only thing I wasn't prepared for was being a penniless mom. That's it. Yeah.
Would you say you are happy with how you've handled parenting because you've been parenting for quite some time?
I don't think any parent will say they're happy.
Really?
No, 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 no. Because I think there's a lot of things that you would want to do better. It's just that circumstances sometimes don't allow you to, you know. So, if given a chance to do it again, I'd do it even way better. You know what I mean? So, uh, uh, I'm a good mom. I consider myself to be a good mom, you know, a present mom. I'm there for my kids. At the same time, I'm also selfish with my time, you know, because there's things that I need to push. Look, as a human being who births other human beings, my plan in life was just not to birth human beings. Yes, it was part of it, you know, but it wasn't just to birth human beings. I had other, you know, dreams and plans before I even thought of becoming a mom.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't just end at motherhood. This
Sure.
thing, it needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, uh, 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 it's a strange world where we are just considered birthing people. You know that
Machines that birth.
once you have a child,
Age, once you
yeah,
age.
you know,
Yeah.
you must just, you know, once you have kids, you must just, you know, stop and do the kids. These kids are gonna grow up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're gonna leave you. You know what I mean? So in the midst of trying to be a good mom, and
Yeah,
a decent
yeah.
mom, you know, and an understanding mom, don't clip your wings. Continue to fight your own battles and try and, you know, reach for your own dreams. How do you love someone if you don't love yourself? So how do you help someone spread their wings when you've clipped yours? I'm not going to teach my children once they have kids, they need to, you know, my payload, they need it thing. Yeah, and make sure, say for example, you're in a marital situation and husband dies, you know, God forbid, you got a plan because we've seen what happens
To women.
to those clipped wings
Yeah, yeah.
once a man
yeah.
dies. Yeah.
I'm intrigued by you saying that you have to love yourself first so that you're able to pour love into motherhood. Neither does motherhood mean your wings must be clipped. Yes, there are constraints when you're a mother. There are
Of
things that are
course.
hard to do.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you're saying, I strive to be me regardless.
Yes. Never ever lose. This, you see now, people lose themselves in love. They even lose themselves in parenthood. And then 30 years down the line, they're still trying to find themselves.
So at 48,
68.
68.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bit tricky. It's a very, very tricky one, but it's been done. You won't be the first to do it, and you won't be the last to do it. Trust me.
I'll push you further. Would you say this understanding of how you approach parenting has helped you with the grief of losing your daughter?
Being a realist has helped me with my grief. You can't bring the dead back. You can't. You just have to learn to live without. I hate you for this.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate you for this. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm not ready to talk about it, but I'll just say that you have to be realistic in everything you do in life. We can't rejoice birth and not find a way to rejoice death. It's part of life. It's part of life. The person lived, the person lived. They left their own mark. It's sad, to know and realize that you're not going to see them again. That's the saddest part. But we need to rejoice it in some weird way or another.
Yeah.
Because bara Modimo wa fa Modimo wa nka.
Sure.
I get it. So now, why must I ask God why? Why me? Why? You know what I mean? So being a realist is the reason why I look like I'm not hurting. Sometimes.
It's okay to hurt.
No.
Very much so.
It's okay, but I need not look like it.
I get you.
To
continue, to be able to continue.
Yeah.
Because as you're saying, we're multifaceted as people. And if Manaka, the hurting parent, lets her entire life fall apart
then what
because
happens
of that.
to Lele and Spongseni and
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Because they too need mom.
Yeah.
Still.
In the shape they know before KG left us.
Sure.
So we don't stop talking about her. I'm glad that her son speaks of her in the past tense, because then it is not a struggle. He's not in a delusional state thinking that she's going to come back sometime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She still has many more years to grow without a mom. So we are readying ourselves for those days when he feels like he can't. I miss my mom. You know what I mean? My mom does not know what it feels like to go through what I'm going through, because she's never lost a child.
Yeah.
My siblings don't know what my kids are going through.
They've never lost a sibling. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these are, what do they say?
Uncharted territories.
Yes, you know what I mean? So I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it so that those kids, when I depart this earth, don't, think I'm going to come back.
Sure.
They must just, learn, as hard as it is, to live without me.
How does it... I want to move away from our tears. How does it feel to step into the role now of being Ukoko man?
Lalela. I was very upset at the beginning. I mean, as any mom, I mean, KG was she was young, and if I had known that this is why, I think I would have embraced it even more.
Yeah.
I mean, ben kwata only for 2 minutes. Mina was kwata, unless manga bunya tell mama con. Then 10 years ngiyahlala ngingakhulumisi,
Yeah.
understand? But with I don't call pregnancy petty, but I mean, with smaller kind of things, you can't quat forever, man. You really can't. You need to at some point let go and accept, so it eats what it eats.
Probably the other three are like usethanda uyangwani so kuyilast yakhe le.
Not even. So this is the dynamic now, right? So I had 3 kids, right? KG, Lele, and Seni, and 1 grandchild. So I still have 3 kids.
Okay.
I have Lele, Seni, and Mpo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mpo being the grandchild.
Yes. So Mpo is my son now.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a grandchild. I get that. But he's my son now,
Perhaps in the real estate that you speak of, God knew. Do you know what I mean? Because you're enjoying Mpo at a different level now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Seni and Mpo are same age, so whatever Seni is doing, Mpo's doing. Whatever Mpo is doing, Seni is doing. So it's like raising 2 boys, at one go. And I did give KG her time to be a mom.
Yeah.
I really did. I tried not to be that overbearing mom and impose and want to help all the time.
Yeah.
So and I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was a great mom.
Yeah.
I think she was better than me sometimes. I'd look at her and I'd say, hey, wena mara.
But maybe she has different resources than you had.
No. I think what we do as kids who grow up to become parents, we want to better.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do it better than our parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So she was on that level now of doing it better than I did, and she did. She really did. Yeah. Shame.
So without comparing, but I'll reference because they're also a family of creatives that are in the public eye, the Bala family with the reality show, same channel and everything. And the dynamic that we've seen on their television show is it seems like there's a lot of sibling rivalry or there is insidious hurt that is hard to fix. You also come from a family where people are creative, but it seems like you guys coexist better in your different areas of gifting. It's not like you guys are competing. Would you say? Am I correctly perceived?
Yeah. We're not competing. Issues of the past should not affect us. You know what I mean? So if you hear what I'm saying, I don't think that it's something that stems from their generation.
I get,
you know what I mean?
I get you.
There's families that have passed on this rivalry, I mean, sure, we used to compete growing up for the parents' attention or whatever, you know what I mean? Or, family attention. I don't know, whatever attention, but it's not something that, we made so important that it follows us throughout our lives. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to compete with the other family. I'm not. I love them to death. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I stay away from watching reality shows because I don't want to misjudge anyone because I don't know if it's, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I don't want it to affect me like it's affecting it. Right? In a relationship now.
Yes.
With them. And yeah, I wanted to stay like that. I don't want to know too much.
Yeah.
So, I just think that family dynamics are very different, and with the difference is that, in a lot of black culture, well, I'll speak black because I'm black, I won't speak for other races. But, this khetullo, has done so much damage to our society, and sometimes parents aren't aware that they're doing that, How to khethulla ngwana pele ga bana ba bang? if you're that kind of parent, you have no idea how much damage you're doing to the future generation, you know. It might even reach your grandkids, you know what I mean? So sometimes if parents aren't aware that they're doing it, you know, you can forgive it. But once they're aware, you can't continue like that, you know. Just because you have 5 different baby daddies, you can't love the child of the one that has the most money. You know what I mean? You can't allow one baby daddy to come and destroy your family setup. If he's going to buy shoes, let him buy 5 pairs of shoes. Otherwise, don't buy shoes at all.
Sure.
Give me the money. I'll find ways, you know. So, and I'm not forcing men to take care of other people's kids or whatever. You chose to have, listen, you chose to be baby daddy number 5. No expect delaying. You know what I mean? So,
Because it's always a choice.
yes, you know, they say we picked the wrong men, but I also feel that men play a role, man. Come on now. You know what I mean? It's not like you didn't know she didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Sikwazi ukufihla abantwana abayi-5. Bafihla kanjani? Maybe oyi-1 ungamfihla. Babayi-5.
Yeah.
Ungena wazi ukuthi unabantwana abayi-4 lona owakho wesi-5.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hoping that you're going to be able to build whatever. Let's just say you didn't break up with that woman. Would you be buying your child only shoes in a family setup of 2 parents who are, you know, blending? No, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a tough one. But as a mom, I'd never allow that. If you're going to buy Seni something, you buy all of them something.
Correct.
You buy, otherwise, don't buy anything at all. If you're going to take this one out, take them all out.
You come across, I think, to many people as a very strong woman who, you can correct me, who stands her ground when she doesn't like something, who ojwayeleki kabi in Zulu. You know, people just don't come at you anyhow. And that could be perhaps perceived as non-marriage material.
I don't give a fuck. Yo, you know, the pressure that my ancestors have had, female ancestors that have had, because of this whole marriage thing. Women hate each other today because of that.
Correct.
And, you know, we've allowed men to come between us so much that now we are each other's enemies. You know what I mean? So fuck marriage for me. You know, if it comes, it comes. And I'll, like, gladly, you know, I'm not against it. But it cannot be something now that if I'm not in it, I am not human enough. Or if I'm in it, I'm better than everybody else.
Sure.
Oh, Ibo, come on now.
And you're not woman enough.
Yeah, an institution that is less than 5,000 years old. Do your research. It's less than 5,000 years old. This thing that has put pressure on everyone. Listen, marriage is across the world.
Pressure.
Yes. Asinandaba ukuthi ubani keep it dowry or ubani unga keep it dowry. Because lapha ngaphandle akhona amadoda lotsholwayo. There's families like setups are very different.
Sure.
You know, depending on which culture you come from across the world. In out of 230 something societies in this world, 33 or 30 something are practicing polyandry. And those that are polygamous are saying that's a bullshit system. How do you not understand it when it's similar to yours? It's similar.
Yeah.
You know, I think they both have their own reasons why they were, you know, started up or whatever.
Sure.
Through my personal research, I can tell you now that polyandry was started because of a population decrease.
Yeah.
And the other one, population increase.
Yeah.
So why can't both of them respect each other properly? You see, we are biased. Do you see, actually sometimes humans are the Lulu. So when I
Hypocrites
say,
of
note, you know,
Yeah.
so when I say fuck marriage, it's because you just made that statement.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm not saying fuck marriage, actually. Because it's a beautiful institution, you know, when it's not enslaving the other sex,
Sure.
it is a beautiful institution where 2 people come together to, you know, maybe I might just go, lavender for the sake of, you know, having a partner. But I'm not saying that I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, what's going to stop me?
Sure.
Because I know that guy's not going to enslave me.
Yeah.
He's not, you know. We have an agreement. He's gay. I'm straight. Because Giba Wafunu Gutabe gay. Buddy, I'm here. You know what I mean? Let's do this thing. Sihlangana kuphela ngokomshado. I've got my peeps, you got your peeps. You understand? So in the true essence of
By the way, many women are doing it
yes, they are.
here in South Africa.
Yes.
And they're doing
Willingly.
it because of the pressure to be married.
Well, look.
Many of them, I think.
Look, I would say gay men.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
because Gibo, they don't want to come out and they know what's going to happen if they come out in a
Sure.
Fikasi or Emakaya or whatever,
Yeah,
you know. So the woman normally wouldn't know. But in a lavender situation, the woman always knows.
Yeah.
You know, she's in. It's a partnership. We
Yeah.
can buy a house,
Yeah,
Mos.
yeah.
And
Hlangana
cars,
sama
Mos.
in car.
Hlanganisa.
Hambe
Let's say-
ngithi gone.
Yeah, but when I was walking, I'm in the
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I feel that a lot of women would be forced into such setups because of enslavement of marriage.
I mean,
if you ask any typical man to describe what wife material is,
yeah.
watch them describe a helper.
Slave. A slave. Yeah.
Yes.
A complete helper.
Yes, who doesn't get paid. A slave, in fact, yeah. You know what I mean? So, I'm too woke for marriage.
I'm too woke.
No, that man will, if he's too traditional, he'll have a tough time with me.
Correct.
That is why I'm like, I'm going to back away because they're not ready. They're not ready for a partnership. This thing is a partnership, you know? And I'm glad that some people are getting it now. I'll never stop saying it. It is a bloody partnership, whether you like it or not. It's not about me, you know, kneeling down and giving you. Look, if she wants to, let her do it. You know what I mean? It's her choice. Let her do it.